This tutorial is a brief introduction to the plasmoDB database resource. We're starting here from the home page. You can see that we have a new release 5.2 and the link is here. An important aspect and where we want to focus this tutorial is on the sidebar on the left, because this is where the important navigation links are. Just for a moment though, I want to tell you about there are links here for the related sites on a home page, ToxoDB and CryptoDB and Apidb, which allows one to query Toxo, Crypto, and plasmoDB all at the same time. And the bottom section of the page has a list of some of the highlighted queries. I find it more useful, however, to click on the Queries and Tools link in the left-hand menu bar. When one does this, you can see the queries are laid out in a nice tabular format and organized by genomic position, gene attributes, population biology, so genomic sorts of attributes that one can retrieve genes by. You can also identify genes based on their transcript expression, both from EST evidence and also a variety of microarray experiments, by similarity to the genes or their proteins. And by protein expression, we have some mass spec experiments in the database. You can query on protein attributes such as molecular weight and isoelectric points, on functional attributes like gene ontology terms or EC numbers, and on cellular locations for such things such as signal peptides or transmembrane domains. We also allow queries based on evolutionary relationships with other organisms and a variety of other sort of generic attributes like keywords, which allow you to query BLAST results, comments, product names, and many other fields in the database. We also allow queries against genomic sequences, not just genes. We can allow queries against ESTs and ORFs, and also relatively new queries are those based on identifying SNPs that are contained within genes. We have a variety of tools also that you can see further down the page. These are such as the genome browser or the sequence alignment tool. One thing I forgot to mention is that if one clicks on the link here, such as chromosomal location, if one clicks on a link here such as evolution, it jumps you right to the section further down the page that describes the specific queries with a description of what they're about. If we go look further at the menu sidebar, we see a really important component, which is my query history. One can see here that I've run 4 queries so far in this session, and if I click on query history, it takes me to the history and allows me to, you can see I've run 3 gene queries and 1 SNP query. This allows me to actually join together queries. We'll have a more specific tutorial later on the query history. We have links to our data sources, we have links to our downloads pages, and we also have other information that's available here, including FAQs and these tutorials that you're looking at. There's an important section in the middle of the sidebar which allows me as a user to log in. I've already logged in. I've registered, which allows me to log in. The advantages of this are, number one, you get on the email list if you choose, and more importantly, well, just as importantly, the history that I've run is stored once I've logged in. So if I click login, you can see that now I'm logged in and I have 9 hist queries here because I had 5 in my query history. So now if I click on query history to refresh this view, you can see that I actually queried for 3 genomic sequences, 5 different queries for genes, and a SNP query. So I believe that's all for this tutorial. Have fun using plasmoDB.